My design, Take Up Space, began as calligraphy in a sketchbook way back in 2015. I took a photo of the sketch, then imported it to Procreate on my iPad Pro to begin my work. Before I started sketching, I knew I wanted to adjust the layout from one line of text to two, so I split up the image and stacked it for asymmetrical balance. It was nice to see the letters interacted really well together without a lot of effort. I always start with my customized sketch brushes to simulate how I work when I'm not sketching digitally. At this stage, I was focusing on form and composition. Then I cleaned up my line work and started getting ready to move on to inking. Initially, I thought I'd finalize everything in Illustrator for a nice, crisp typesetting look. After vectoring the lettering off camera, I ultimately decided to go back to Procreate for a more organic, hand-drawn look. Once I began re-inking back in Procreate, I started playing with outlines and shadows. Whenever I'm working on lettering designs like this, I keep t-shirt design in the back of my head. Using thick outlines like this can give more visual interest, but more importantly, it gives future screen printers more room to work with, so ink is less likely to muddy up fine details. When I think about the phrase "take up space," I think about how so many marginalized people are expected to keep themselves small, out of sight and out of mind. So I decided that the word should be jumping off the page, going back into one-point perspective to give depth and underscore the meaning of the design. At this point, I wanted to see how color would affect the basic design. I found that I needed to make the outline a bit thicker and emphasize the perspective even more. It stopped feeling like just text and started feeling like a cohesive design in and of itself. Perfect. Now, on to color schemes and final details. By now, I knew that the marketing language for the piece was going to reference Carl Sagan's beautiful observation that we're all made of stardust. So it only made sense to add the idea of stars to the design, to make it shine and to tie it into the idea that we are all intrinsically made to take up space. In the end, I have 5 different color combination prints available, as well as a beautiful holographic sticker. I couldn't be more pleased with the result, and I hope you are too. I'm Danny, the artist behind Fat Girl Media, and if you'd like to support this kind of art and get more peeks behind the curtain, subscribe to the Fat Girl Media Patreon, and be sure to follow me everywhere at the username Fat Girl Media.